Bonsai peeps, Mike Toy, Bonsai Boise. Today I'm going to be working on this Aralia Ming. I'm going to do a little bit of a trim to it, and I'm going to repot it into this pot. And this is my first one of these plants, so here it goes. Okay, so here's the plan. I picked up this pot. It's just a regular pot. The reason I chose this is because it's got a lot of growing room. Obviously, as you can see, it's a lot bigger than what it's in now. And it's not super deep. It's wider than it is deep. So eventually, I would really like to see this as a really nice bonsai. So that's the plan for the pot. Now, a couple other side plans here is I am going to be making some cuts. I'm going to try to not get too drastic because everything that I've read and watched and seen on these so far tells me that they are somewhat temperamental. So I think it has more to do with humidity and that type of thing. So we can get away with some cuts, but I don't want to get too drastic too quickly. I've had it about 2 weeks now, acclimating in the house and its new environment, which I recommend doing. But still, don't want to get too bold too quickly. So I'm gonna make some cuts just to, let me see if I can give you a closer view here. Okay, so as you can see, it's got some cool branching in there. I mean, it's got a nice woody trunk, but too much branching going on. So it's got one big, thick trunk going off into about one other big trunk and lots of smaller sub trunks. So too many trunks going on. So we're gonna have to make some cuts there. I am gonna try to propagate these cuts because I always do. I've heard mixed results on it, but what I'm gonna try and do with it is I've got 2 pots here to use it in. I've got some rooting hormone. I've got mixed results, mostly negative results, to be honest with you, on this so far. I'm not saying that this is bad, just saying that I've had bad results using rooting hormone. But it could be the type of plant I was doing, could be the time of year, could be anything. So definitely not blaming this, just saying it hasn't worked for me yet. So we're gonna settle that dispute by doing 2 examples here. One with and one without. Now, if they both work, great. If neither of them work, not great. If one works and one doesn't, then we'll have an answer as to how well this stuff works. So stay tuned in later videos and I'll keep you updated how this one goes. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and dig in and plant it into this pot here and start doing some cuts. Enjoy. All right, so here it is. I tried out a couple new products there too. I tried this pruning sealer. So what I didn't know going into it is how black it is. Kind of makes it look kind of ugly there with these giant black splotches all over it, but you know, it'll do its job. That's what's important. So I can already see that this is going to be a work in progress. A couple of points of interest on these plants is that, and they're new to me too, so take this with a grain of salt, but I am understanding that they are slow growers. So I was conscious of that when I was making my cuts there, because you know, being that they are slow growers, I didn't want to chop it way down and then have to wait 10 years for it to get back to how it is now. So I tried to keep the cuts minimal, and I'm thinking if it is a slow grower, I'll make small cuts gradually as I go, rather than big giant bold cuts. Also, something of interest there is that this barely had a root system at all. Hopefully you got a decent look at that. I was shocked at how little roots this thing had. So I'm a little concerned about that. I didn't trim any roots at all. In fact, once I realized how little root system it had, I kept what little soil was left on there and I just put it in the new pot with its new soil. I'm gonna give it a good soak here after I turn this off. I mean, I soaked it down pretty good with this. You know, I just went around and this helps a lot to kind of hold it into place, because due to the shallow root system, it's not super sturdy in there. So I'm a little concerned about it, really. Other than that, I mean, I got this at a store. I think I got it at the Boise Co-op for $20. So it was worth $20. I saw it other places for $40, so I got it for half the normal price, I guess. Still don't want it to die. It's a cool plant, and you know, it is $20, so I don't want it to die. So I'm concerned that due to the shallow root system, you know, maybe it won't take the transplant. We'll see. But in a nutshell, that's it. Like I said, I didn't want to go too crazy with it. Just wanted to do some light pruning on some excessive branches and put it in a new pot with new bonsai soil and more room to grow. So I hope you got some enjoyment or something out of this. If so, please click like and subscribe. I do appreciate everyone who subscribes and everyone who comments and likes the videos. So it means a lot to me. So thank you. I appreciate that. And if you have any info on these, I can never say what I'm trying to say. Aralia Mings, please share it, because I'm still in the learning process with these. These are very new to me. So whatever you know about them, please do share it.